How's it going, guys, and welcome back for a new video. This right here is the 160 reverse hybrid release. Now before the video begins, a good thing that somebody came up with or told me is that, well, how are you going to build this booster right here? So what I'm going to do for you Psycho people that wants it at Bedrock, you don't really need it at Bedrock. You can have it one above, like you do right here, since it's not a one tick. So it doesn't shoot any reverse down. So you could just have it one block above. And I'm pretty sure lots of you guys are just putting it one block above. But if you wanted a bedrock, I am going to make... I hate to do this, but every time I make a mistake in my cannons, I have to fix it. So I'm going to do this, and I'm going to fix every single cannon. So the 60, 80, 100, 120, 140, 160. And then I'm going to change this right here and upload news games for every single one of them on every single video. And that should... hopefully fix the problem. Let's get into the video. Over here, I have reverse layers, and under it, I don't have anything. So we need to figure out a way to get a backport up, because we want to reverse all through all of these layers right here, which is going to be pretty simple. Pretty sure it's gonna... yep, there we are. Okay, so what we first need to do is that we need to take all the TNT off, because if we take all the TNT off, then we can get only the sand. So that includes the hammer, which is right here. The scatter is already off. I'm gonna take that on, not because it's going to be on, because it's going to be off. It's just so I remember to take it on the next time we fire. But right here takes the hammer and the scatter off. Then we're gonna take off the reverse, which is located right here. The last thing we gotta do is that we need to make sure it only uses that amount of sand, so 2 pistons. After we've done that, we need to adjust the power. It can get pretty tricky, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go take it so much as I can, so around that, and disable this entire thing, and then shoot. And then we should find the sand somewhere. Oh, okay, so it's located right here. We need to add a little bit more power. There you are. And then I'm gonna fire again. And now this time, we should have the sand right under it. Perfect. Right here, which is perfect. Yes, that's fine. That's fine. So what we could do now is that we can start reversing now, because now we got that one sand under the shit. So now put everything on again, and then we can start reversing up all these layers right here. Because this is a 160, you can go extremely far up with this cannon right here. 160 is probably way ahead of like all the reverse layers, whatever they might have. So I don't think you have to be in a worry that there's going to be any reverse layers stopping you, because this is going to be way too much. Oh, one thing we forgot. Now, I did it again. I did it last video as well. Not even kidding. I did it last video again. Okay, so I added the necessary power, so now it should be working. So let me fire again and go to the layers once again. So we have this one sand right there. There was 2. I just removed one of them, but this one here should be working. And every time we fire, it should go further and further up without any problems. Of course, this will go up to Y160, all depending on, of course, where you build the cannon itself. But it should be able to go all the way up to Y60 from, yeah, whatever. And then of course if you build the cannon on a platform that is Y10 and there is something below it that is Y10, then it should be able to go 170. So it all mixes together, but it can only stack 160 from the explosion point, which is down here. After that you would need to go ahead and do it yourself. Of course this one here is not going to be the last release of this one. That is going to go up to 255, and in that case you should really be looking out for that. So as we go up right here, as you can see, we're going 45, we are like Y45 right now, and of course we can just continue and continue and continue. So let me go ahead and break lots of these right here. Should find ourselves at the top, which is the glass. Oh, perfect. And then we can slice fire, and then we'll be able to see it go all the way up. So again, it goes up to Y60. I don't think you're really gonna need it, but right here you have it if you really want. That is pretty much how that works. Now if you want to get rid of your sand stacks, which is of course something you need to do as well if you use this cannon here, especially if it doesn't have a big scatter or has a nuke on it. So what you need to do is just take this reverse off right here, and then it should be working just fine. Let me go ahead and press the button again. You can see it working once. There we are. Perfect. And then of course you're going to shoot it back and make a backboard right here you can use again to get up. Now the last thing we need to go over, and it's just going to be real quick on how you can do this. I don't want to spend too much time on this. So the last thing we got to worry about is that you need to know how this cannon here works. So at some point, potentially you can make your own reverse hybrid. The first thing I want to show you guys is the cannon from the top. So then we can start talking a bit more about it. Because right here, as you can see, it looks kind of funny because it has one box right here. It has a box over here. It has a box over here, and it has a box over here. So it potentially has 4 boxes that you don't really know what is. So that's what we're going to learn about today. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the sand compression. The sand compression is what makes sure the sand is getting out of the cannon and into, or not really getting out of the cannon, that's kind of the powers, but you know, it's getting, make sure it's getting compressed. So the sand compression works pretty well. So what it's going to do on both sides, of course, is that the sand is getting to these positions right here. Now this power, sorry, this booster right here double pulses. So it's going to move all the sand over to the corner. And now it's going to make sure to wait until the sand have fallen right here. Then the pistons extends and the booster here blows everything out and into the barrel over here where the power goes off and shoots it right there. Then in the same, under the same guider I should say, it has the hammer and the scatter. The scatter and the hammer goes under the pistons, getting shot out with the sand when the piston extends. So that should just go right here. Scatter, that will be hammer, that will be scatter, fine. Then of course we also has the normal one-shot sand in the sand compression as well. I just can't, maybe I could just put it right here, why not? That's the wet sand. Then the last thing we have is the reverse, which is coming from the top right here, as you can see. That is getting under the slab right here, so as you can see it is a little bit more above that right here, so it's right under the slab right there. So that is of course going to the ground, which is located right here. Now if we go ahead and quickly make signs, if I'm not gonna fuck up here, we can say that this right here is the reverse, we can say this right here is the sand, we can say this right here is the hammer, we can say this right here is the scatter, and we can say this right over here is the one-shot sand. So if you look at it like this, then hopefully it makes a little bit more sense. But we could also just take the one-shot sand and scatter away, and then you kind of see how it looks like. And the way it is stacking is with order of entities. Now I want to show you, I don't know if I can show you without fucking up. But as you can see, all the sand is going before the hammer. If I fire again, did you see that? So that is what we call order of entities. Now it might be a little bit difficult to understand order of entities, and I promise you I won't get into it in this video here, but if you want me to get into order of entities, let me know down in the comments. I know that I said it before, but there was just not enough attention for me to let you guys know a little bit more about order of entities. I would love to make a video, but it's a lot of effort, it takes a lot of time, so if you guys need me to do that, I need you guys to leave a comment. Now, but that is pretty much the order of entities, which we're not really going to worry too much about that. So as you can see, it worked perfectly, and the way it works is, of course, with order of entities and with this sand up here, that makes it go all the way up to the top, which is, if I fire again, which is going to be, I'm pretty sure this one here will stack all the way up. So let's see, have a look, see if we can get it to stack all the way up. Okay, that did not even work. Not really sure what's going on. It should be working, or maybe there's something. I didn't even see the TNT, to be honest with you. So I don't know. It did work 2 seconds ago, right? So not really sure what's wrong. Nothing is getting here. Oh, okay. Well, great. That's great. We're probably a little bit too close to the cannon itself. There we are. We were a little bit too close, I think. Or maybe we disabled something. Not really sure. I think we did disable something. Oh yeah, we did. We disabled the reverse. That's probably why it's not working. Okay, yeah. I get you. Alright, so let's put it up here. Fire. And then you can see what I mean. That it needs to go all the way up. And it needs to go all the way up to the top block that Why is it not working? Oh my god, why is it not working when I want it to work? What am I doing wrong? Please tell me. Oh, okay, yeah, the scatter's on. That might be why. Okay, great. That's great. That's just embarrassing. Okay, so now it's not gonna work. Yes, it is, because I'm Speedy Gonzalez. So at this range, as you can see, it's not really gonna work. But at long range, I promise you, it's gonna work. But right now it's just really being silly and annoying, so I better just end off the video right here because I'm doing everything too close right here. But as you saw, it worked fine over there, and it worked fine on all the reverse layers all the way up, even at the top and at the bottom and whatever. So the cannon works, but if you find yourself in a situation where the red sand or the one-shot sand is not really making it, go ahead and disable one power, but I should have disabled enough for you guys to not worry about it. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode or this video here, and if you do, remember to like this video here, comment down below with any questions, suggestions, whatsoever. And I am almost at 6,500 subs, guys, so make sure to subscribe to my channel. My name is Dexter, and I'm out.